Hello and welcome to Stanchion Snacks. It is FA Cup weekend and we are looking forward to Southampton's mouth-watering clash with top of the Premier League, Arsenal. Now in this series we create a unique dish that represents a past player of both sides. Let's have a look at the list of players that have represented Southampton and Arsenal. There's obviously some crackers on there. Let's straight away get rid of all the English players. And that actually brings us down to two. And surprisingly, both of these players are from the same place. So we have Luís, Boa Morte.
Hello, I'm Luís Boa Morte. Welcome to my crib.
And Cédric.
Here's Cédric, he's done really well, got away from Elder. Lamina screaming for it. Southampton are going to Wembley.
Now Cédric was born in Germany. They both grew up and played for teams in Lisbon. Lisbon is a city that I spend a lot of time in because of my job working at sea on cruise ships. We literally could have done anything today. We could have done pastel de natas, we could have done salt cod bacalhau, we could have done like a whole chicken. But my favourite thing from Portugal, which you do get in Lisbon, is a Prego. Prego means nail, and that is because a Prego sandwich was invented by the great Jimmy Nail. Now it in fact refers to the method of nailing garlic into steak. So this is a nice sirloin steak, and I just asked my butcher to cut me a minute steak basically. And I started off with a little bit of smoked paprika and then some garlic cut into nails. And then give it a good old hammering. You then marinate it in beer. So I've got some lovely Superbock here, which is one of my favourite Portuguese beers. And then you just want to cover that steak with the beer. Give it as long as you can really, preferably overnight or at least a couple of hours. We're going to make a lovely garlic butter, but as it is wild garlic season, I'm going to nip out and get some. I'll be back in a minute. So I am back from the outside world and I've got some beautiful wild garlic here. Look at this. What we're going to do quickly is give this a good rinse. We're going to blitz this up, but just to start it off, we'll just give it a quick sort of rough chop. A little bit of water doesn't matter. There it is. There's a cat in my garden. And we're just going to place all of that into this little blender. So, little blitz. Regular viewers of the show will have remembered a couple of weeks ago when I lost the little spatula that went with this. And you've probably all been thinking, what did the little spatula look like? Well, here it is. It's a little black spatula. Into that now we're going to add some slightly softened butter. I've got a pack of butter here. Look at that, look at the colour of that now. So we've got this lovely wild garlic butter, and just put that in a jar or, you know, a Tupperware or anything you like. But if you want to be chefy, get yourself a bit of greaseproof or cling film if you stock it. Cling film is banned in my house, not by me. So we'll just sort of make this a little bit more pliable. What you can do then is kind of start it off, bit of a sort of oblong shape, and then what you do, you just fold over, push back, roll it like this, and then if you just twist the two ends, you get this nice sort of oblong shape. That can then go into the fridge, then you can just cut down. So there we go, that's it, wild garlic butter. Done! Believe it or not, guys, it's time to start cooking our steak. So we'll take them out of the marinade first thing. We're going to hit that both sides with a load of cracked black pepper and a little pinch of salt. As you know, I only use Maldon's, and some good quality oil on the steak. Nothing in the pan. We've got a pan getting raring hot here. The bread for this is quite special, and the bread that you get in Portugal is pretty cool. And I was actually going to try and make some, but the video would have just been too long. But maybe this is something I'll do at the end of the season. For today, I've got myself a real nice ciabatta. This is a half ciabatta from M&S. Ideally, this would be round, but this size. But unfortunately, the round ciabattas that I could see in the shops were all too small. So, anywho, I've just cut that open. I'm going to stick that in the oven to warm up. There's a secret ingredient in there, because what we're making, we're not making a Prego, we're making a Prego Especial, which has lots of other things with it, but you'll see when I build it what they all are. Straight in there, give them a little press down. Let's flip it over. So just minute max on each side, keeping this hot heat for the marinade. Reduce that down. Into that, we're going to add some of our wild garlic butter, little knobs of it, and then that goes over the steak. And then just let that sort of sit there, rest. Quick rinse of the pan, then a little bit of oil. And we're just going to crack an egg. And for this particular sandwich, we are going to flip this egg. And then just turn the heat off. Just maybe cut this little fat bit off the steak. And then we're going to slice this nice and thin. Bit of an angle. And we can see we've still kept it beautifully in pink. Yeah, look at that. Right, to build all these juices, they go on there. Little spread of your garlic butter. On with the steak. Look at that, be generous. And that could be it, that is a Prego. Finish it like that, job done. But we're making it special on just with a little bit of cheese. Some ham. Bit of lettuce. This is a nice little butter lettuce. Some tomato, just with a little bit of Maldon's on. Our lovely egg. Finally, a nice bit of black bacon, just there. Shut her up, boom. There we go. Look at this. I am beyond excited to eat this one. Here we go, bon appetit. Oh my days. It's got everything. The steak is so nice and it's still moist and tender. Garlic, because it's wild garlic, is a little bit more subtle. So it's not right in your face. That little beer marinade is delicious. Give it a go. I'm gonna go sit down in the garden and enjoy this properly with maybe a few more beers. Where's my beer? There it is. Up the Saints. I'll see you very soon as we look forward to an absolutely massive game back in the league. Saints v Wrexham.
You've seen my crib, so you can leave now. Go. Bye-bye. Go.